The Mississippi River flows through Louisiana. Along its banks, grand plantations once stood as symbols of wealth and power. Nottoway was one such plantation. Located in White Castle, Louisiana, it was a monument to a bygone era. This plantation held a history as complex as the river it overlooked. Nottoway Plantation was more than just a house, it was a sprawling estate. Its fields stretched out, a testament to the labor that sustained its opulence. The plantation's story, however, is not just one of grandeur. It is also a story of exploitation and sorrow. For generations, enslaved people toiled on these grounds. Their sweat and blood built the wealth that sustained Nottoway. Their stories, often silenced, are integral to understanding the plantation's true legacy. The story of Nottoway is a microcosm of the American South. It reflects a past that continues to shape the present. The year was 1857. John Hampton Randolph, a wealthy planter from Virginia, had a vision. He wanted to build the grandest plantation in the South. He chose a site in White Castle, Louisiana, and called it Nottoway. Randolph hired Henry Howard, a renowned architect. Howard designed Nottoway in the Greek Revival and Italianate styles. The mansion was to be a masterpiece. Construction took 3 years, from 1857 to 1859. Cypress lumber, sourced from nearby swamps, formed the bones of the grand home. The mansion had 64 rooms and spanned 53,000 square feet. It boasted modern amenities. Flushing toilets, hot and cold running water, and gas lighting were all incorporated. A grand ballroom awaited lavish parties. A bowling alley promised leisure and entertainment. No expense was spared in creating a symbol of Randolph's wealth and status. The opulence of Nottoway Plantation rested upon a dark foundation: slavery. John Hampton Randolph was one of the largest slaveholders in Louisiana. By 1860, he enslaved 155 people. These individuals were forced to labor in his fields and within his mansion. The enslaved people of Nottoway endured unimaginable hardships. They cleared the land, planted and harvested the crops, and built the very structures that stood as symbols of their oppression. Inside the mansion, they served the Randolph family. They cooked, cleaned, and cared for the children. The Civil War brought an end to slavery, but the exploitation continued. Many formerly enslaved people remained on the plantation. They worked as sharecroppers, trapped in a cycle of poverty and debt. Their labor continued to enrich the white landowners. Their stories are a testament to the enduring legacy of slavery in the American South. Section 4, From Plantation to Resort, A Century of Change. After the Civil War, Nottoway Plantation changed hands several times. The Owens family owned the mansion from 1912 to 1977. During their ownership, Nottoway underwent renovations. It was modernized to meet the standards of the 20th century. In 1977, Arlen K. Deese purchased Nottoway. He saw its potential as a tourist destination. Deese restored the mansion to its former glory. He opened it to the public for tours and events. Nottoway became a popular venue for weddings, parties, and corporate retreats. In 1982, Paul J. Ramsey and Peter J. Evans acquired the property. They expanded Nottoway into a full-fledged resort. They added a hotel, restaurant, and other amenities. Nottoway Plantation became a place where visitors could experience the grandeur of the antebellum South. However, this came at a cost. The resort's marketing often downplayed the plantation's history of slavery. Section 5, Ashes and Echoes, The Fire and its Aftermath. On May 15, 2025, tragedy struck Nottoway Plantation. A fire, the cause of which remains unknown, engulfed the mansion. The blaze raged for nearly 40 hours. Firefighters battled the flames, but the historic structure was completely gutted. The 3-story rotunda, once a symbol of Nottoway's grandeur, collapsed inward. The fire sent shockwaves through Louisiana and beyond. Nottoway was more than just a plantation. It was an economic cornerstone of Iberville Parish. It was a significant Louisiana tourism site. Its loss was felt deeply by the local community. Public reaction to the fire was mixed. Some mourned the loss of a historical landmark. Others saw the fire as a form of symbolic justice. They argued that the plantation's commercialization as a resort had sanitized its history of slavery. The fire ignited a debate about how to remember and interpret the legacy of slavery in the United States. Section 6. Remembering Nottoway, a legacy reclaimed. The fire at Nottoway Plantation serves as a stark reminder of the importance of preserving history, not just the grandeur of its architecture, but the entirety of its story. The plantation's story is not just one of wealth and elegance, it is a story of forced labor, oppression, and resilience. As we remember Nottoway, we must remember the enslaved people who built and sustained it. We must tell their stories and honor their memory. We must acknowledge the painful legacy of slavery and its impact on our nation. The future of the Nottoway site remains uncertain. The current owner has expressed interest in rebuilding. As we move forward, we must ensure that any reconstruction efforts prioritize historical accuracy and sensitivity. Nottoway Plantation should serve as a place of remembrance and education. It should stand as a testament to the complexities of our past and the importance of learning from it.